Yep. How's everybody doing? Hey, it's Rock. Kind of like your average Joe out there in America, only I'm average Rock. Man, where do I start with this? First off, I did about a 3-hour video, and I thought it was recording the whole time. And when I got done, I clicked on it. I said, huh, it's still recording. And I clicked on it again. Well, I ended up with a 5-second video of me saying just that. It wasn't recording the whole time, but man, I got into it real good. I did really good. You'd be proud of me. Didn't cuss or anything. Well, anyways, let's get started on this. Those of you that know me know that I was never a big fan of Donald Trump. You know, I thought, surely not. Surely he won't be elected. Blah, 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 blah. Not the kind of guy you'd want to hang out with on a bar on Friday night or whatever, or be sitting around barbecuing and have a few beers with, or picnicking or fishing or whatever. You wouldn't think. Some of the people that know him say, yeah, he is that guy. But that he is a nice guy. He puts on a different character when he's in front of the camera. Well, you can say whatever, and all the needless lies and all the crazy statements and stuff, but I'm going to take this to the more logical grown-up step. I mean, why not be grown up about it? We're grown-ups, right? I'm an old man. I'm tired of the media. I'm tired of the lies. I mean, how long has this been going on? For years and years and years. But since Trump got in office, oh my gosh, everything has been 100% negative against him. All our national networks, well, with the exception of Fox, which everybody says, you got to quit watching so much Fox. Why? Because they're a lot more truthful than any of the others. Yeah, okay. And it's become Republican versus Democrat, and liberal versus conservative. In my mind, almost everybody that I know, almost everybody, some have gotten a little bit mental conditions on the right side. Some have got a little bit of mental conditions on the left side. Majority of people are like me and you. I am probably the most liberal conservative that you'll ever meet. There's so many things that I'm extremely liberal about. Care less, keep that to yourself. That kind of thing on some of it, but hey, you are what you are. I've got gay friends. I've got redneck friends. I've got friends of all walks of life, as a matter of fact. But most all of us agree on most everything. When you get a chance to actually sit down with people in person, forget about the social media crap for the time being. You get a chance to sit around with buddies, male, female, in between, don't matter. You're going to pretty much agree on most everything if you really take the time to sit down and talk about it. Most people believe that everybody should work on paying their own bills. That you shouldn't be robbing from Peter to pay Paul. But at the same time, you agree there should be a safety net set up. There's nothing wrong with social programs. We don't want to be socialists. We don't want to be communists. You still have to be capitalist country in order to survive. That's why America's lasting so long. We got all kinds of social programs: fire department, police department, education system, blah 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 blah. Most of it that's run by the federal government, of course. And I know it sucks. Sorry, I should have used a better term, but we're being honest. We're adults, remember? Okay, but this media stuff, just straight out line, from all the way from when Trump first started out. Number one, he never did he say, all Mexicans are rapists and drug sellers and thieves and criminals and blah blah blah. That's not what he said. Go back and watch the tape yourself. He said they're not sending their good people. They're sending their bad people. They're sending their rapists, their drug dealers, their thieves, criminals. It may be some good people too. That's basic what he said, but he didn't say that all Mexicans are rapists. And of course, a lot of Mexicans and Latino people in general. I mean, look how many voted for him this time. Look how many's behind him now. Look at all the different groups all around everywhere, Latinos for Trump. Look at all the black votes he got this time, because he's telling the blacks the truth. Look what he did for them. He never said all the different stuff he says about black people. You know who did? Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton. And Biden's the one that pushed that bill to get them locked up and kept them locked up. And guess who, did a lot of locking up out there in California for smoking pot and stuff? Well, she was smoking pot herself, Kamala Harris. Just the whole thing. But the main thing is the media just straight out lying to us. Now, they would kind of recant on this and recant on that. Well, it wasn't actually what he said. He said this, and it could be took this way or that way. No, it could be only took the way he said it. He never said shoot up Lysol. He never said drink bleach. And yet you got Joy Behar on The View repeating crap like that. Let's not even include garbage like that. It used to be a good show. Barbara Walters. Whoopi, when she started out, she was a gal that was in the middle of the road, and I still love me some Whoopi. I ain't going there. Let's just drop all that. Let's go to the media. All the talking heads. George Snuffleupagus. I say that in jest. George Stephanopoulos. Always liked the guy. Last couple of years, man, he's we're being honest here. He's just straight up lying too. He knows exactly what was said. He saw it. Even when he did interviews with him, he heard the words come out of his mouth and he would say his own thing. That Todd guy on Channel 2 here, I don't even remember which one, but one of the mainstream networks. Oh my gosh. That's horrible. All these talking heads. And why they put that failed mayor from Chicago on there now as one of the talking heads with Christie and the others on there, Rahm Emanuel. Well, again, I'm going to be nice because I'm a gentleman. Anyways, all the simplistic lies, everything, when you know what he said, and then they go and say that, but that's nothing compared to what the FBI and the mainstream media, our intelligence agencies altogether. I'm not scared. What are they going to do to me? And I'm an old man. I ain't got much time left in you. All I'm doing is trying to raise these grandbabies. Give them the best life I can while I'm here. I ain't out to harm nobody. I've got friends that are retired FBI. I got friends that are retired police officers. I got 2 friends that are retired CIA. Now, they're good people. And most of them working for these companies are. And I know everybody's tired of hearing that crap too. But at the top, we saw what Comey did with Hillary, the emails and all that crap. I believe now y'all know why Hillary didn't win. She was a horrible candidate and she was a criminal, like her husband. Monkey see, monkey do. But Biden winning this? FBI has been setting on Hunter Biden's computer for almost a year. For over 10 months. September. But said no, they knew about it. Trump would have never been impeached. Nadler and Schiff and Pelosi and all the idiots, they wouldn't have been able to, because if the media would have been doing their job. Where's the investigative reporters? The only ones I've seen doing any work is on Fox. All the people for all these years tell me, you watch too much Fox, when I didn't watch Fox. You know what? They forced me into watching Fox. I thought maybe there must be something. And you know what? There was something there. Of course, they're biased towards Republicans. It's true. It's obvious. But they don't sit there and just lie after lie after lie after lie. When they make a mistake, they recant it and say they made a mistake. Hunter Biden's laptop. FBI sitting on it for over a year. Most of us that have done a little research have known about it for over a year. You remember me putting that up on Facebook. And Facebook taking it down. And me getting time out in Facebook jail. Get kicked off of Twitter. Get kicked off of other social media too, which is no big deal. I kind of take that as a badge of honor. Must be doing something right if we getting kicked off of there. But you have Twitter and Facebook shutting down the Hunter Biden story. Still wasn't enough time because the FBI had been sitting on it for over a year. CIA knew about it. All of our intelligence agencies knew about it. We knew what a goof the guy was. I feel bad for him being a drug addict and all that crap. Hell, I've been through stuff when I was a kid. I did stupid crap too. Lord knows I did stupid crap. I wasn't the vice president's son and chipping off a piece of the pie for pops. for the big guy. Of course, my dad would have never done anything like that. Anyways, my dad was honorable and had integrity. I don't think you people realize. I mean, I know a lot of you do. I've got probably about 30 different friends in here lately. Once they actually checked out what I've been telling them about Hunter Biden's laptop, and it includes where the old man was saying he didn't know nothing about it. That was all lies. The emails say that. You got several live witnesses that are credible witnesses telling you this is all real and showing you their emails too. Excuse me. They don't want to tell anybody. They don't want the media didn't want to say anything because they wanted Biden elected. And somehow, I don't know why. Why is the media, I know, can you hate Trump that much? You used to have a few people in some of these shows that used to be a little bit on the Republican side, or at least be straight up with the news. Poor Ted Turner, man, I don't think he had any clue at all what CNN was going to turn into. That's just horrible. That's horrible. All the rioting and stuff that they say is going on now out in front of the ballot offices, where they're counting the ballots and stuff. That's not rioting. That really is peaceful protesting. All the stuff you guys were calling peaceful protesting, where they're burning down cities and jumping out windows with 5 boxes of Nikes and stealing flat screen TVs and just pillaging and burning and tearing up the neighborhoods and burning up black people's businesses and saying that Black Lives Matter and this Antifa crap, and oh my gosh, it's a backwards, back-ass world. Sorry again for the language. 2020, man, go away. But you guys got to learn from it. You guys got to learn. Now, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. The FBI is going to wake up because too many people are going to start raising too many questions. Too many people got reelected. They're going to, and Bill Barr, as long as he's there, as long as he can be there, he's got till January 20th. Bill Barr, you better start putting that stuff out there. Put it out there, whether the media wants it or not. Put it out there. You got to start cleaning up this mess. The FBI, some heads got to roll. That's basically like treason too. They're the FBI. They tried a coup basically on the president of the United States. Number one, the fake FISAs to begin with investigating. There was no other president. Props to Donald Trump, even though I don't like the guy. Props to him. What other president could have stood up to that crap for 4 years, only to turn around and get cheated again at the end by the same media and the same Democrats? It's crazy. And of course, not all Democrats are bad. Next door neighbors on both sides of me are Democrats, and we're good friends. In fact, Papa John, he died. But the rest of his family, now they're all moving off. We've been next door neighbors for 37 years. We sit down and talk about things. Most stuff we agree on in the middle. There's a middle road for everything. The media doesn't want that. Got to keep them separated. It's ratings. It's all about the ratings. It can't be like, for instance, on the racial stuff. People calling Donald Trump racist. Boy, he's a very bad racist. If he's a racist, he's not very good at it. The lowest black unemployment in the history of this country. Tim Scott, God, I hope he got reelected if he was up. Doing these opportunity zones. Phenomenal. And then, the like the United Negro College Funds and stuff. Predominantly historically black colleges and stuff. Donald Trump gave money for 10 years. No other president's done that. There's so much stuff over and over and over again. Latinos, Hispanics, same thing. He's done better for them than any other president. Lowest, I think, is 75 years for unemployment rate for women. The economy was busting and booming. And you can say what you want about the coronavirus. Everything that Fauci said for him to do, you other people put up the videos to show the opposite, and to show what really happened, because I ain't got time to go through all that stuff. But I'm going to put it out there for you people that have done any kind of research at all, that are open-minded, no matter which side of the aisle you're on. The truth is the truth. You can't have your own facts. The facts are everybody's facts. The truth is the truth, and that's just it. You can flavor it up or try to spin it in any which different direction, but it's still going to be the same thing. all these, all the way back to in Obama's administration, back to the ratings thing, Ferguson and all that. The media can never say, an unarmed man shot another, or an armed man shot an unarmed man, or a man shot another man, or a man was robbing somebody and shot somebody, and the other man fired back and killed him. Blah blah blah. We're all Americans. Get off of this racial crap. It's all about ratings. Black man shot a white man while robbing his wife when he was trying to protect his wife. A white cop shot an unarmed black man. They got to flavor it because it's the ratings. It's the ratings. And so you get these riots and crap. That's where it all started. It didn't start under Trump. And y'all quit telling that lie too. Quit telling that lie. We're not retarded. Some of us are. But we know what's right and we know what's wrong. We remember all those riots and stuff. We remember Big Mike. We remember Trayvon. We remember all these. That could have been my son, Obama said. Well, if you raised your son like that, it could have been. And it's not. You can't say bad things about victims. Big Flo. Everybody knows that was wrong. George Floyd didn't have to die like that on the streets. Yeah, okay, now they say, well, he was dying anyways because of the amount of drugs in his system. Same stuff that Tom Petty and Prince died from, which is horrible. It's still, we all sat there as Americans, 8 minutes and 50-something seconds, whatever it was, and watch this man get live choked out. That's happened to me. July 4th of 1989, look it up at the Freedom Fest. I don't think I could be an albino. Might be a backwards Oreo. No, but all kidding aside, police brutality, because cops are people too. You got your good ones, you got your bad ones, you got your happy ones, you got your sad ones, you got your great ones, and you got your butt ugly, evil. That should never have a badge. They got a badge for the wrong reason. Got a gun for the wrong reason. They was picked on all their life or whatever, Or they don't like certain races. Yeah, there are probably still are some racist cops out there. I would say there probably is. And probably on both sides of the fence. But it's not systemic racism. If you keep putting yourself in the same place over and over again and you keep getting arrested and getting your head thumped by the police, is that all the police's fault? That's not your fault? Quit doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. Although now a lot of you are getting a different outcome. A lot of you are getting away with it. Man, some of these people saying the stuff they say to cops and stuff and these protest lines and stuff. In my day, that had never happened, man. They'd have been upside your head. But all that's neither here nor there. What is here is staring right in our faces. The media has set this all up, and the FBI and our intelligence agencies. It's corrupt. They're all one. Why they all of a sudden decide to be all on the left? I don't understand. But it's definitely happened. It's here, and everybody can obviously see it. Anything that's on the TV news time, you can see it. You can see it. It's up to us. What I'd like to see happen? I know it won't, but what I'd like to see happen is no matter who wins. I'd like to see Bill Barr, number one, be able to stay in there till January and we'll start putting all the stuff out there and getting everything out there that we've known about all this time. They would have never impeached Trump, for the simple fact of asking about the Biden stuff over there and saying, can you help us out? He didn't say help me out, do me a favor. He said us, as in the American people. See what you can find out about that. Well, why not? We know about it here, but our FBI is not telling us anything about it. They've known about it. They had Hunter Biden's laptop while this was all going on. Joe Biden was on national TV bragging about doing quid pro quo with the Ukrainians. Y'all know this. Y'all have seen it. Why is this why is this not working both ways? Why is the media not telling the truth about that? Why didn't they ask Biden about any of this stuff? They constantly hound Trump, trying to get him to denounce, racism, whatever, KKK, and all the other things, which he has. Just like that last time, he said, "Sure, sure, sure." And then what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? He was, well, you could, tell them to stand down, or it was okay. And it was Proud Boys. Proud Boys is not a racist group anyway, you moron media. Check them out. They had guys Cuban and black. Bunch of morons. I know so many Proud Boys, and they are definitely not white. There's some white ones too. Most of them big old corn-fed boys too. But there's a lot of blacks, a lot of Cubans especially, a lot of Mexicans, a lot of all different types of Hispanics, Latinos. And then, of course, whites and blacks, and, they're Proud Boys. It's a chauvinistic group, and it's not like a male chauvinist, like a male chauvinist pig. Look them up and check them out. The media's been lying to you about that, too. I mean, Proud Boys is talking about suing the media, and they should. And that's another thing. I think we should all sue the media, all of us, for being misinformed. We've got about 30 friends, 33 now. Just got another one pop up over here. Oh, shoot. 30 some odd friends right now. What would you call that? A buyer's remorse. Because they're just now actually checking out all the stuff that I've been telling them for months about the Bidens. Now they know it's true, but they saw Schiff get on TV again and lie again. This guy, Schiff needs to go to jail. Nadler needs to go to jail. I'm not so sure that our media, the heads of the media, they would at least be fined, have their license taken away. But I tell you what, money, just like they do everything for money, for ratings, they cause all these racial problems all over everywhere because going for the ratings. And the same way with Trump, with the Democrats versus the Republicans now. That's crossing racial lines because black people have woke up. Black people have woke up. Highly educated to just working class like me. There's a lot of them are waking up, and more waking up every day because they know, they can see what Donald Trump did for them. They saw what 8 years of Obama did for them. They saw what the Clintons did for them, and Joe Biden back then, and Joe Biden with Obama. Yeah, lock them up. Throw away the key. Prison reform, along with all the other stuff that I've mentioned about black people being so much better off now than what they were. Hopefully I got to that again this time after the 3-hour wasted video. I mean, we all know the black unemployment history, lowest ever in the history of this country. Latino, Hispanic, lowest ever in the history of this country. Asian and Oriental, same thing. Women, the lowest in like 75 years. I mean, that's pretty low unemployment rates, period, across the board. Uneducated, just high school graduates out there working and stuff. Jobs are coming back. Manufacturing coming back. All the other stuff that they've lied about with Trump that's been good for this country. And look right there. It's you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Senator is lying time after time and time again, saying that Donald Trump inherited a booming economy. You're lying. I'm a gentleman. I'm going to stop myself again. We all know, especially those in business for yourselves, we all know what it was like. Now, we know what it was like 3 months after Donald Trump was elected. It started going. I mean, just overnight after the election, it was a big difference. But we know the difference in the truth. Quit buying what they're selling. Oh, my gosh. See, that's it. Want everybody to focus. Do what they've done to everybody. They, as in being liberals and Democrats, which again, I'm the most liberal conservative you'll ever meet in your life. And most of my friends are. But, or vice versa, the most conservative liberals you've ever met. Let's do this. Stop buying any product that's advertised on ABC, NBC, and CBS, CNN, MSNBC, all the flagrant lying. Stop buying any of their products. Stop buying them all. Stop watching their network shows. All they care about is money. All they care about is money. Let's hit them where it counts. They're all about money. That's why they keep creating these race riots and race wars and trying to keep the people separated. Got to keep them separated. See, it's the same thing keeps coming back to my head. I need to do a video about it and redo that Offspring song. The bottom line is, people, this is America. This is not a third world country, and we don't want to turn it into a third world country. You know, I feel bad for those people in third world countries. I don't want my grandkids and their kids being in a third world country. You know, Biden's going to be impeached because of all the real stuff that he really did do. Just depends on who gets control of the House and the Senate. And if Bill Barr's in there long enough to bring all this stuff out to the front, I know that he couldn't have known about this laptop. Again, it's people at the high end in the FBI that have kept it from the rest of the FBI and kept it from the ones that would have done something. They did say that they have a money laundering investigation going on that includes Hunter and Joe Biden. Well, no, they said they stopped just when they had asked them about Joe Biden. They said they wouldn't answer that. They just straight up wouldn't answer. They'd skirt around it and wouldn't answer it. So it might lead to that, but they said Hunter Biden. That they openly admitted they had an investigation. Well, why don't they tell the people that? Why was this not all over the news long before this election? They have stolen this from Trump. They stole his whole term from him by constantly attacking him over and over and over again. So let's hit them where it matters to them. They were chasing the dollar. When you talk to these talking heads on TV and you talk to them in person or via text, some of them will actually open and tell you, well, we're here to make money. It's about the ratings. It's about the ratings, man. No ratings, no money. They all want to be the lead. They all want to be the number one watched, you know, the most profitable, the most this, the most that. They've lost. They don't care about the news anymore. It's not about the news, and it's not a bit about honesty. For all the little stupid lies that Trump's told that were just stupid, and all the little childish crap that he's done, and Nancy Pelosi, Nadler, Schiff, you know, all the little crap they've done, it doesn't mount up anything compared to what the media has done and what the FBI and CIA has done. We got to do something. So let's hit them in the pocketbook. Straight up tell them, we are not, let's organize. Somebody smarter than me, because I don't even know how to put all these articles in here that should be just flowing underneath here that correspond with what Trump did say and what people say he said, what his policies did, what people say his policies did, getting us out of NAFTA and all the other agreements and crap, you know, and then redoing them. That's better. It made our economy better. We actually had, remember when Obama said, what's he got, a magic wand? He's going to bring manufacturing back? What's he got, a magic wand? Yeah, he had a magic wand. Guess what? He brought manufacturing back. Not what it should be, but it's a start. If he'd have been in there for another one, which he might be still, who knows, but I doubt it. Because it's cooked too much. It's too one-sided against him. Too one-sided against you. You, the American people. I don't even know where they're. There's the camera. You. It's too one-sided against you. Your mama, your little brother, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, your whole family. It's one-sided against you. Even if you're a Democrat. Because I know, most Democrats I know do not want to be socialists or communists. Better check Kamala. Remember the girl that got up? Lady got up and said, I believe these women about all the sexual allegations against Joe Biden. And I was that little black girl on the bus that you didn't want your kids to have to go to the jungle with. When Biden said that crap. That's, by the way, those are little articles that you people could be putting up there to show what I'm talking about, because those of you that know, you know. And then he turns around and elects her. She had 2%. What qualifies her to even be vice president when she got 2% of the vote and had to bail early on? Oh my gosh. And okay, for the Democrats, you know, the dude that used to be independent, yeah, Bernie, feel the burn. Do you know? He got burned by the DNC twice, man. They cooked his goose. It was stolen from him twice. You know, and the stuff that the DNC did last time with and Hillary Clinton, just start the whole FISA reports and everything. Let's go back to there. Y'all know what happened. Y'all just chose to ignore it. Fake FISA warrants. They can do that to you. And you. The government can do whatever they want to you. And they just proved it because they did it to a presidential candidate in front of all of us. And it was known about. And then we still impeach him because of the Biden stuff over in the Ukraine, asking questions about it. When he had the right to ask that. And he asked for we as in us, the American people, us, and we need some help. Us, can you do us a favor? If you know anything about it, there's a lot of talk about it. You know, can you help us out with that? Nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with that. Now, what Joe Biden did, that was quid pro quo. We spent 2 years trying to impeach him. Well, we spent 2 and something years on the Russian collusion, which we know was fake. It was all set up against Trump because they didn't want us to find out that Hillary and the DNC did collude with the Russians and another foreign spy, Steele, the Steele dossier. Fake ass crap that even the people that they had saying that the stuff on this, oh man, that was just drunk bar talk. Don't take any of that seriously. The FBI knew that way back when. The FBI knew that. Comey knew it. And what they did to General Flynn. Come on, people. And then what they did to the guy that he still got in there as a judge on the Supreme Court, but whatever his name was, some bad with names, but you know what I'm talking about. What Kamala Harris, you know what she did to what all the Democrats did to him. That was horrible and disgraceful and disgusting. They stopped just short of doing that to this Barrett. But anyhow, let's stop. Let's stop watching all the major networks and MSNBC and their other cable networks and CNN. Put them all out of there. They care about the money. That's all they were doing for is the money and not for the truth. Okay. Let's send them where it counts. Some of you people that know more about how to do it. Anyhow, I got to go. Got grandkids to take care of. Peace out. Average Rock signing off. Let's get after it. Let's make a difference.